they always kept what was instituted in Exodus, the 12th chapter, during the time of Moses, right? The Feast of Unleavened Bread, a.k.a. the Passover. Christ and the disciples kept the Passover when he was alive and after he resurrected. Get that in 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7. And this point is going to be made in the next video, or it was just made. I think he just made the point. I don't know, but I know I seen it in one of these videos. Basically, Paul, these are Israelites that was assimilated into the Greco-Roman society. They wasn't raised in the law. They didn't grow up keeping Passover. They didn't grow up keeping the days of unleavened bread. But once they came into the knowledge of Jesus Christ, this is what Paul instructed them. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7.
Come on.
Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
So Christ now represents the Passover lamb. So does that mean we don't have to keep it no more? Like Christian philosophy and vain deceit teaches you? Read on.
Verse 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast.
So since Christ is now our Passover, therefore let us keep the feast. In commemoration of not only that historical, you know what I'm saying, victory over the heathen, but also in commemoration of the sacrifice of Christ. He our Passover. So even y'all that didn't grow up in the law, now y'all got to keep this feast. Now y'all finna learn how to come back. Y'all finna come back to y'all heritage.
That's
and keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Keep the Passover. That's what the Israelites kept. The believers in Christ and the Jews that didn't believe in Christ. The Israelites, period, kept God's Passover. The Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Y'all better take heed to this.
Go back to Acts chapter 12 and verse 4 now.
Book of Acts, chapter 12 and verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him.
Quaternions. You good. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
So now, in verse 3, you see that it says, those were the days of unleavened bread, right? The Feast of Unleavened Bread. During that same time of the year, the pagans, the heathens, they were celebrating Easter, which comes from the name Ishtar or Ashtoreth, a pagan goddess, the goddess of fertility. You understand? Pull up that next video. So it was always a line drawn. The pagans, the heathens, they celebrated Easter. That's not a new holiday. The Christians, the Jews, the Israelites, the real ones, they kept the Passover like Christ taught them to. All right, play that video.
Goes all the way back to the great-grandson of Noah, Nimrod, who was a great hunter on the earth. And when he died, he was deified, and he became the sun god. He was the very first sun god. His name was called Baal. His wife, Semiramis, also died, and she was sent. She went to heaven, but Baal wasn't ready for her, so they sent her back down in a giant egg, because ancients believed that eggs were a fertility, and the whole earth was actually born out of an egg. And the egg hit the Euphrates River, broke open, and the very first thing that she did was she turned a bird into an egg-laying rabbit. And there's where you get the rabbit and the eggs. And they every year on the first Sunday after the spring equinox.
Pause it. So every time you hear, because you always hear, you think you know some stuff about this, but it's always some more twisted, stupid, idiotic, sick something in the equation. You know what I'm saying? You thought you knew it was about Ishtar and the goddess of fertility, but then you find out people wholeheartedly, truly believed that an egg came down from heaven and hatched into what did it say? It hatched then the Euphrates River, and it hatched and it became a rabbit.
She created the first rabbit.
Our people are stupid as hell.
Like, this is, people wholeheartedly believe this. The nations really believe this. This is why they honored it. This is why this was their custom, to commemorate that That's what Easter is in honor of. That woman who did that miraculous egg bunny rabbit birth thing. You understand? That had sex with her son or something. It's all sick, twisted. It's crazy. It's nonsense. Get that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 and verse 16. This is what the dude on the last video was going into. The real followers of Christ, we would never indulge in any of those frivolous activities of honoring some nonsense like that. We would never.
Shame on you.
But over time, they were able to blend it in with Christian doctrine. You understand? And perverted the scriptures. Read what you got.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong.
A what?
An ungodly custom grown strong.
Easter, bunnies don't lay eggs. But every time during this time of year, for some reason, our kids going Easter egg hunting. Right? When there's really something, you got to think, if it's tied to a pagan god that did this, it's really some demonic stuff, right? What do you think, like, how do you think demonic rituals work? It's certain things that you do that commemorate and honor and feeds the evil force that you're honoring. You understand? So to indulge in something that's not even possible for a bunny to lay eggs, to do that each and every year at the same time of year, you have to understand that you are participating in a real deal demonic ritual. It's an ungodly custom. You understand? But in the process of time, it has grown strong. It has been pushed throughout the earth. Go ahead.
Was kept as a law.
It's kept as a law, meaning it's a national holiday recognized by the federal government. You understand? Read on.
And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
And graven images were worshipped, right? And now the graven image that they use as the tool of worship for this holiday is the cross. Is the cross. All right? Go back to the video real quick.
On a sunrise service at dawn, the priest of Ishtar would impregnate virgins on the altar at the same time, slaughtering and sacrificing the 3-month-old babies from a year before and dipping the eggs of Easter in the blood of those newborn infants. And I know that is disgusting, but it's important for you to...
So give me that in 1 Samuel chapter 7. So you got to think about what he just said, right? The priest of Ishtar, he would basically rape and murder and the blood and all that stuff, right? Some sick, demonic, twisted stuff. When you read the Bible, this is stuff that you see vividly. You understand? And guess what? The Israelites back, I know it's like, oh, if it was really all of that, I wouldn't do all that. But our people was doing that back then in the scriptures. Watch. Read what you
Message.
1 Samuel 7:3.
The book of 1 Samuel chapter 7 verse 3. And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, if you do return unto the Lord with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods.
The strange gods. Strange meaning they weird. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of strange activity involved with the worshiping of these idols. Strange gods. They are not the Most High. Go ahead.
And Ashtaroth.
And who?
Ashtaroth.
Ashtaroth.
From among you.
Can we Google Ashtaroth? Who is Ashtaroth? Ashtaroth. They still didn't. Scroll down. Wow.
The second one right there at the top. Yeah, that one.
Scroll down. Damn. All right. So it says that Ashtaroth and hold on, wait, demonology.
What is he doing? The hell
was
is this?
known to be the great Duke of Hell. in the first hierarchy with Beelzebub and Lucifer.
Damn.
He was part of the evil trinity. Oh,
Damn.
that's what the trinity comes from. Hey. He is known to be a male or female figure, most likely named after the Near Eastern goddess Astarte. The name Astaroth was ultimately derived from the 2nd millennium BC Phoenician goddess Astarte, an equivalent of the Babylonian Ishtar.
Does everybody understand that?
All righty, so let's read that scripture again.
And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, If ye do return unto the Lord with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth from among you.
Read.
And prepare your hearts unto the Lord, and serve him only.
Serve him only. He provided us with the feast days, the Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You understand? Read on.
And he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistines.
Now go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12, verse 3. So this goes into the nations that was the nations that inhabited our land before we did. Pure-blooded Hamites, Canaanites. You understand? Which basically they came from the lineage that worshipped all of the gods and idols and ideologies connected to Nimrod. That's who was occupying our land, right? And that's why the Lord said, kick their ass out. You understand? But we didn't want to kick them out. We wanted to assimilate. We wanted to be influenced by them and learn their works. But the Bible tells you, it gets vivid in the things that they did, the rituals that they partook in to honor their strange gods. Read what you got.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land.
Read.
Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works.
For most odious works. Come on.
Of witchcrafts.
Of what?
Witchcrafts.
Read.
And wicked sacrifices.
And wicked sacrifices. That's what the dude was just talking about in reference to the goddess Ishtar. In reference to Easter. Play that. Go back about 10 seconds. This is what the Bible is talking about. Play that again.
At the same time, slaughtering and sacrificing the 3-month-old baby.
10 more seconds. Damn. Like 55. All right, right there.
On a sunrise service at dawn, the priest of Ishtar would impregnate virgins on the altar at the same time, slaughtering and sacrificing the 3-month-old babies from a year before and dipping the eggs of Easter in the blood of those newborn infants. And I know that is disgusting,
that
but it's
is
important.
Wicked sacrifices, like we just read. Now read it again. Verse 3.
Verse 3.
I mean verse 4. What verse we in?
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Verse 4. Whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
Read.
And also those merciless murderers of children.
Is that not what he was just describing? What happened to honor Ishtar?
That's what he just said.
It's Easter. They murdered 3-month-old babies.
Right.
Merciless murderers of children. Go ahead.
And devourers of men's flesh.
Come on.
And the feast of blood.
Didn't he say they were dipping them in blood? Feast of blood, not feast of unleavened bread.
Right.
Feast of blood.
Damn.
Sheesh.
God said abstain. Didn't he tell the Gentiles that was repenting to abstain from blood?
Yes, sir.
That's why. He would tell them, man, cut that Easter stuff out. Because that's what they was doing on Easter. Abstain from that. Go ahead.
With their priest out of the midst of their idolatrous crew.
Didn't he say that was the Ishtar, the priest of
The
Ishtar?
priest.
With the idolatrous crew. They all going in the virgins, slaying a baby, dipping them in blood. Read them.
And the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help.
All righty. So I'll pray to the Most High. Go back to the clip. So the Lord, man, listen. The Lord told us, Old Testament, New Testament, do not indulge in these activities, these idolatrous, wicked, Stop it. All right, go back to the video.
Important for you to know how and why God hates the gods of Baal worship is because it is the antithesis of the love that he has when Yeshua said, let the little children come to me. You have Baal, the sun god, and you have his wife, Ishtar, in English, the anglicization of Ishtar, or Astarte.
Why do you think that Easter is so involved with children? Like with the Easter egg hunts and all that? You understand? It's the same thing. You inadvertently dedicating their soul to the goddess Ishtar.
Exactly.
You understand? They doing something that ain't real. Hunting eggs that came out of a bunny that don't lay them.
Sheesh.
That's some wicked, that's some demonic stuff. And those souls are destitute of help, meaning they don't know no better. They defenseless. They gonna do what you tell them to do. And that's why, and y'all them same children, it's a cycle. Y'all the children that was taught against y'all will without the understanding of not knowing that bunnies don't lay eggs and it don't make sense and it don't add up with the 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And you grew up and held strong to that tradition without realizing how demonic it was, and you're continuing a brainwashing cycle. Those kids, they don't know no better. You understand? It's your job to teach them the truth, the facts. But we are continuing to fail our children generation after generation. It's not okay.
Y'all better take heed to that.
We got our people caught up in idolatry. All we got to do, this the age of information. Right. All we got to do is watch a 2-minute video to educate us on the roots, how it's not of God, and stop it. Right. Do what the real followers of Christ was doing at this same time of year. Right. The Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Passover. Let us keep the feast. Read on. Where were we at?
Verse 7.
No, you can drop that. Go back to the video.
Or Ashtaroth, as you see in the Bible, is Easter. We have a whole teaching on that called Truth or Tradition. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to take a look at it. But that goes into an hour and 50 minutes detail on that subject. But to stick with this, the reason why I go through that story real quick is so that you understand there is a battle in the heavenly realms. How many know the scriptures are true when it says that we do not fight against flesh and blood? We fight against principalities and powers of this present darkness. So you got to follow the breadcrumbs of the enemy, and that's going to tell you how he's going to show up at the end of time.
So you get off of that. You go to Mark 7 and 6, man. What's up? That mean we got a caller? Huh? What the hell is that? Huh? Man, cut that out, man. Mark 7 and 6.
The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
He answered and said unto them, well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
Right. So you say that you doing it for God, you doing it because you love God, you love Christ, and etc. But it has nothing to do with him. Your mind is far from him, because if your mind was really on him, you would search the scriptures and see that he said, hey, y'all talk about the Last Supper. And y'all put them pictures up with a white man with some weird white people eating. What was they doing? They was keeping the Passover, not them, because they probably was doing some damn Ishtar to white folks. Right. But the real Christ and the real disciples, they was keeping the Passover. That's what the Last Supper was. Right. That's what you're supposed to be keeping. You understand? If your heart was on him, you would have read 1 Corinthians 5. Let us keep the feast, right? Right. But read on.
Verse 7. Howbeit, in vain do they worship me.
In vain do they worship God. They take the name of the Lord in vain. When you sit up there and you go to a church that say Church of Christ of the Nazarene or whatever, and you walk in there on Easter Sunday with an Easter suit ready to do the Easter egg hunt in the backyard of the church with some money in a plastic egg or something as a prize for the little kids. You understand? You are taking the Lord's name in vain.
Right.
That ain't nowhere in the Bible to do that. But that's what you're doing. You worshiping God in vain. Go ahead.
Teaching for doctrines, the commandments of men.
The commandments of men, the philosophy, the vain deceit, the traditions of man. What man? The Babylonian, Canaanite, Egyptian, Greek, Roman, pagan, Edomite man. You understand? All them. The heathen.
Bug
Read
the
on.
hell out.
Go ahead.
For laying aside the commandment of God.
Y'all lay aside the past. All these scriptures, Feast of Unleavened Bread, Passover, you lay that to the side. Like, I don't want to see that. Go ahead.
Ye hold the tradition of men.
So you lay God's commandments to the side and you hold Easter. Every year you buy a new tacky ass suit. You understand? And take it to the cleaners and it's creased up. And you come dripping on the Easter Sunday morning. One of the only times of the year you go to church. You understand? You take hold to that garbage. But you lay aside the commandment of God. Go ahead.
As the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of God.
You reject the commandment of God. Go ahead.
That ye may keep your own tradition.
That you may keep your own tradition. All right. So look, y'all. Hey, we gonna take our foot off their neck for a second. We gonna spin a block on Easter. All right. But right now, we gotta slide on Amalek real quick. All right. I want you to play now. Deacon Malachi, he just went over this Thursday night. We gonna kind of, whatever, skip through it. But I want to show y'all something. We got this person that claims to be the head, the chairman, whatever, of the Anti-Defamation League, right? The Anti-Defamation League, the ADL, proclaims that they are against all discrimination and racism or defamation of all people. But it's a lie. You understand? All they do is lie. That's the real ADL. All they do is lie. You understand? But anyway, all they do is lie. All day lying. They spend all day lying. All right? It was founded in support of a sick, ugly, nasty, pedophile, white, red Jew. You understand? They got lynched in Georgia. That's what it was founded based. It was never meant for our people or any other people. It's strictly for them, and it really became the damn Jewish mafia. All right, honestly. But this dude that made his way to the Breakfast Club, one of the biggest platforms that reach our people, and decided to use that platform where he know our people listening to spread false narratives and false rhetoric about the Israelites who love our people more than anybody else.
Shame on you.
Make more efforts in the community to reach and teach our people than any other group on the planet. He made sure that he went on that platform to defame us. But he say, he the Anti-Defamation League. Man. You can't make this up. This is this is the most capitalized form of hypocrisy that I have seen. Play that video. Come on.
It's a culture. It's just not something you can just say is about, like showing up on a Saturday morning. So with all that said, there's a range of practice and observance. So there are plenty of black Jews who go to what you might call traditional Jewish synagogue. Then there are other communities like the black Hebrew Israelites. Now, there's a range of practice even among black Hebrew Israelites. There's a large community of them in Israel who identify as Jewish in a traditional way. And then you have the guys in Times Square who observe in a way that's not so traditional, I would say.
They would say y'all aren't Jews. It would say that, what they say, white people are not the original Jews, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
And look, they're entitled to their beliefs until that justifies shooting Jewish people with pellet guns on Staten Island. Or like, this is December. 3 years ago, December 2019, 2 black Hebrew Israelites went into a kosher supermarket in Jersey City and killed 3 people.
Pause.
Let it play.
So you all see the 2 things he said. He said we went to Staten Island, the Israelites went to Staten Island and shoot 2 people with a BB gun. He said that the Israelites went to New Jersey and shoot people in the kosher supermarket. Remember what we just read. He said, blessed are you when men shall revile you and speak evil of you falsely for my name's sake. The reason they're doing these things to us is not because of us, brothers. It's because of the wisdom of Christ that we are teaching. Too much of you Negroes is waking up. Okay? Now, let me show you all some. I want you to pull. I'm going to deal with the BB gun shooting that they try blaming us for. That he just said we did. I want you to pull up the news. No, not that one. The news one. The other one.
To the news.
Yeah, that.
We talking about.
Is that it? All right. Is it 1 minute?
All right, go ahead.
Too much of you Negroes is waking up. Okay? Now, let me show you all some. I want you to pull. I'm going to deal with the BB gun shooting that they try blaming us for. That he just said we did.
Right there.
I want you.
Supermarket in Myers Corners. On Sunday afternoon, a 7-year-old was grazed in the ear. His father struck in the chest by a BB gun. 25-year-old Jason Kish now faces multiple charges, including assault as a hate crime and endangering the welfare of a child. Mayor Adams credited the community for its support.
So pause. Pause. So they found the person that did that, but you see what Jonathan Greenblatt said. He said we did that. He said the black Hebrew Israelite went to Staten Island and shoot people with BB guns. Didn't everybody just heard he said that? And we just see that the police department, they found the person that did that. You all understand? And would he retract that? Is Jonathan Greenblatt is going to retract his statement? No, we don't expect you to because we know you're the damn devil. But when you tell your lies, we will reveal your lies. And guess what? We're not mad. Why? Read it again, read it again, Officer Jalil. Why we ain't mad?
Verse 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
Brothers, be blessed, man.
They pull up his image. See if y'all can go forward. We're at 250 and 37. I'll go backward. They pull up the image of the dude. Go back a little bit. Scrub back. All right. Scrub back. Yep, right there. That's him right there. That's who did it. Play it.
Shoot the Jewish people in Staten Island. No, shoot the.
All right, there you go. That's who actually did it. That's who did the shooting. That's who got arrested and charged for the shooting. But you gotta think, right? The Breakfast Club, thousands of people listen to that live. Thousands of people go back and listen to the recording on YouTube. Thousands, hundreds of thousands. This man literally got up there and said that the Israelites committed this act when a whole white, red, Hebrew, Amalekite, Edomite man that has nothing to do with us, you understand, is arrested and charged for his public record. That should be a lawsuit. That should be a crime. He should be, Jonathan Greenblatt should be arrested and charged for public defamation and hypocrisy.
That's right.
You are the chairman of the Anti-Defamation League. on one of the biggest platforms and defamed an entire group of people with families, with careers, with jobs.
You can't make this
You
stuff.
defamed them.
Right.
You made it seem like we commit hate crimes when people that look like you did what you said we did. Now keep playing. Skip a little bit forward to the next video, because he mentioned the BB gun stuff, and he mentioned the actual shooting that took place in Jersey. All right, this is the press conference pertaining to the shooting that happened in Jersey. Play that.
There has been considerable reporting that these two suspects are linked to the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. We have evidence that both suspects expressed interest in this group, but we have not definitively established any formal links to that organization or to any other group. Based on the
So in other words, those dudes that did that were not a part of the Israelite movement. When it said they expressed interest, it means they found a flyer. You know how many people we done handed out flyers to? We done handed out flyers to atheists, Baptists, Muslims,
Palestinians,
hell, white people.
Right?
You understand? Think about it. You catch a damn white man that go and shoot up Kroger, and he got a damn flyer in his car. Oh, he an Israelite now? He a Black Hebrew Israelite?
Right.
Come on, man. So that's what it means that they express interest. But they are not a part. They don't congregate with nobody.
Right.
They are not a part of no congregation. They don't got no Hebrew name. None of that.
Right.
This is in the news, in the press. Those guys were not with us, period. They know this. But he still goes on the platform to lie. You understand? Say that we had something to do with that. We had nothing to do with that.
Right.
Jonathan Greenblatt, this is you. John 8:44. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father, the devil.
Jonathan Greenblatt. Message. Read it again.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Read. And this is, I ain't just saying that because I don't like you or you ugly. I ain't saying that because of that. It ain't got nothing to do with how you look.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to explain why I say you are of your father, the devil. Go ahead.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
Watch this.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Go ahead.
And abode not in the truth.
Abode not in the truth. Go ahead.
Because there is no truth in him.
Watch this.
When he speaketh a lie.
When he do what?
When he speaketh a lie.
When he speaketh a lie. Go ahead.
He speaketh of his own.
He speaketh of his own, because his whole nationality, his whole identity is a lie. You not the real Jew. Y'all are not an anti-defamation league. You understand? Everything about you and what you stand for is a lie. So that's all you can do. Go ahead.
For he is a liar and the father of it.
The devil is a lie. Ain't that what our grandma always said? The devil is a lie. The devil is a liar and the father of it. And that's why you, Jonathan Greenblatt, are of your father, the devil.
That's right.
The synagogue of Satan. You understand? So from there, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 4. Pull up the definition of defame. For real, talking about they the anti-defamation league when they doing this to us. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, and give me, read verse 13.
The book of
verse 9.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9. For I think that God have set forth us the apostles last.
Right, the apostles, the Israelites that followed Christ and taught the gospel after his departure. That movement was brought forth last, right? After the Pharisees, after the Sadducees, after the Zealots, after all of these other movements amongst our people were more popular and more prominent, the Lord decided to bring forth the greatest movement last. Right. That's exactly what you see today. The Black Christian Church been around for centuries. The Muslims been around for a century plus. You understand? Hell, you had the Black Panthers. You had all these different movements amongst our people that became popular and prominent before what you see now with the Israelites. But guess who's shaking the earth? Guess who taking over the media? Guess who taking the world by storm? The apostles. Right. Because God will set forth us last. Read on.
As it were appointed to death.
As it were appointed to death. Because that's what, we're going to get persecuted. Just like we read about Herod did to Peter and them on Easter.
Right.
On their pagan holiday. Go ahead.
For we are made a spectacle unto the world.
We are made a what?
A spectacle unto the world.
That's what the ADL is trying to do. Make us a spectacle to the world. Go ahead.
And to angels and to men.
Now jump down to verse 13.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Being defamed.
The apostles are being what?
Defamed.
Read.
We entreat.
Hey, come with the proof.
Sit down.
Let's have a sit down. Let's talk.
Wait
a minute. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do this. We didn't do that. Why y'all defaming us? Being defamed, we entreat. Read the definition of defame. Come on, man.
Definition of defame. Damage the good reputation of someone. Slander or libel.
Y'all see that? To damage the good reputation. Now, mind you, listen. The Israelites, yes. We go out on the street. We lift up our voice like a trumpet, and we show Jacob their sins. We show our people their sins, right? And a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like the fact that we call out our men for not marrying their women, taking care of their kids. A lot of people don't like the fact that we call out our people that use drugs, weed, crack, cigarettes, things of that nature to stop defiling their temple, which is holy unto God. A lot of people don't like the fact that we tell our people to stop whoring around the single-parent households, spreading STDs, stuff like that. A lot of people don't like that. We call our women out for wearing tight pants and immodest clothing or whatever. Cover up your body, just self-respect, and men will respect you more. A lot of people don't like that we do that, right? So, okay, you got us on that. You got us. We do go out and yell at people with a loud microphone, all right, to correct them, to get them in line with the word of God. Okay, all right? But we also do community cleanups.
Right.
We pass out food in the community.
Right.
You understand? We do many community affairs. We deal with boys and girls clubs.
Right.
You understand? We've collaborated with many churches and have shown them biblical presentations and things of that nature. Had civilized sit-downs and talks with community leaders and all of that. We've done many great things in the community. We've marched in the most crime-ridden neighborhoods across the country in an effort to show Black and Hispanic unity and love.
Does everybody understand that?
Come together and stop the violence and take care of us and our children too. You understand? So we honestly and truly, amongst the people that really see what we doing, we have a good reputation. We don't hurt nobody.
That's right.
You understand? We are doing the work to uplift our people and bring them back to God. But these people get on these platforms and say we have done acts that their people are convicted of. Niggas that ain't got nothing to do with us. You understand? They get on there and try to damage our good reputation. Try to slander us. You understand? Give me that in Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 22. So the real, matter of fact, read that real quick again. I want the whole verse, 1 Corinthians 4. The true apostles, this is what we suffer. This is what we go through. All right? Read what you got.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 13.
Come on.
Being defamed.
We are the ones being defamed. Our good reputation being damaged by slander, by lies. Go ahead.
We entreat.
We entreat. Can you please stop the cap?
Right.
You understand? We don't resort to no violence. We don't retaliate violently in any type of manner. We come with the scriptures like, hey, let's have a sit down. Bring forth your strong reasoning. Show us that we wrong. You understand? That's what we do in retaliation of being defamed. Go ahead.
We are made.
Meanwhile, they getting people $100 million endorsements cut off. People popping up dead, missing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We entreat though. They doing all type of mafioso activity. We entreat. Go ahead.
We are made as the filth of the world.
We are made like we the filth of the world. Like we sliding on people with BB guns. And we ain't got nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? We shooting up now that y'all shoot up supermarkets.
Right.
That's what y'all do. Go ahead.
And are the offscoring of all things unto this day.
Ooh, so they wanted to where when they see the Israelites, get them away. Nah, we don't want that paper. We don't want to talk to you. Right. That's the whole agenda. That's the objective. You understand? I get that in Proverbs 12 and 22.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 22. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord.
Y'all see that? Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. So while you slandering us, while you defaming us, Mr. Anti-Defamation, you understand? You are an abomination to the Most High God.
Right.
And the Lord hateth all abominations.
That's right.
You understand? That's what you're doing. Read on.
But they that deal truly are his delight.
So we finna deal truly. Pull up that next article. So we gonna bring forth some facts. This is what y'all do. All right? This ain't no defaming. We ain't just getting on nowhere and saying, oh, yeah, I heard the Jews did this, and yeah, they be doing this and doing that. No, this is real. This is on y'all. Y'all do this. All right? Put that on the screen right now. Put that on the screen right now. All right, Metsitsa Bepay. What is that? What is that, what is that? No. The parentheses. What is it?
Oh, direct oral suctioning.
What the Jewish people doing in the synagogues?
Direct oral suctioning.
What they? Hold on, wait a minute.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Now, you know, the scriptures say marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled. What a man do with his wife, you know, that's his business. So I don't think Metsitsa Bepay is talking about honorable marriage fellatio. I don't think that's what it's talking about.
Sound like it.
So let's see what it's talking about.
Okay.
Read.
When a baby.
Well, wait a minute. So we talking about direct oral suctioning. In the first line that we read, we talking about babies. Baby. We talking about babies.
Damn.
Wait a minute. When a baby is what?
When a baby is circumcised.
Now, hold on. Wait a minute. Because, think about it. Think about it, right? Because there's some grown men that have been circumcised. When your penis is circumcised, it is very raw and tender and sensitive. And you understand? So we talking about when a baby is, you got to think, remember when we read about the souls destitute of help? They defenseless. You can imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you take it upon yourself to perform direct. Well, let's just see, because maybe we just making a false inference. We got to just read it. What is going on here?
True.
Read again from the top.
Yes, sir. When a baby is circumcised, some ritual Jewish circumcisers, Mohilim, do a practice called Mezitza Bepay.
What is it?
Mezitza Bepay is when the Mohel uses their mouth to suck blood away from the baby's circumcision wound as part of the circumcision ritual.
Jonathan Greenblatt.
Damn.
Why in the hell It's cause I understand it's not all of them. Why in the hell is some of your folks in the synagogues sucking the blood out of baby dick? Baby penis. What the hell? Why the hell is nobody talking about that?
Right.
Bug that.
Why you ain't telling them to stop? A baby do not deserve his penis to be sucked. He is a baby.
Right.
Come on, man.
What the hell is y'all doing? And this is y'all priests. Read on.
After Mazitza Bepay, some babies can get an infection.
Or worse. Play the video. Play the video. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Play that video.
2 infant boys have gotten the herpes virus after they got circumcised. Now authorities, including the health department, are investigating this case. Now, they were circumcised by an Orthodox Jewish family. It was part of their tradition. And part of the problem is after the circumcision took place, they applied something known as direct oral suction. And the reason why they do that is because they are supposed to draw blood from deep inside the wound. Now, apparently the adult...
Stop. So these babies, these defenseless babies, getting their penis sucked by grown men with long beards. And these grown holy priests are causing these babies to contract herpes. Could you make this up? No. All right, can we get Wisdom of Solomon real quick? Because y'all was pointing out, it's rituals, right?
Right.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 23.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 23. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites.
Of what?
Strange rites.
Can we look up the word right? R-I-T-E. Strange rights. That ain't talking about rights like civil rights.
Right.
Says strange rights. All right, read that.
Definition of rite. A religious or other solemn ceremony or act.
So the mitzitza bepe, or whatever the hell, direct oral suctioning, is a religious ceremonial act amongst the Jewish community.
Right.
You understand? And it is a strange rite. Very strange. A grown man sucks the blood out of baby penis. You understand? God is addressing that these are the type of evils that will be prevalent in the earth in the last days. Get that in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16.
Yes, sir.
Let's look up another word. Look up profane. All right? Read that scripture.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
So they say that they the Jews, meaning descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Now, I will say this. You're definitely descendants of Abraham and Isaac. You understand? But not Jacob. Jacob's brother is your father. You understand? And the Bible says there is no person more profane, more of a fornicator than the true forefather of the so-called Jews that's in Israel right now. The so-called Jewish people in America right now claiming to be Jews and are not. They are descendants of Esau. You understand? And what did God say about them? Read that again.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Profane fornicator. Look up that word profane. Put that on the screen.
Definition of profane. Relating or devoted to that which is not sacred or biblical.
So they doing stuff that's not. Where in the hell in the Bible is where the priest put their lips on a baby penis? to suck the blood from it. Where in the hell is that in the Bible? But it's in the Talmud, though.
Right.
All right. Hit the arrow real quick on that number 1. All right. So it's a unsanctified. Now read the next one.
Yes, sir. Not of a person or their behavior, not respectful or of orthodox religious practice.
But ironically, these were Orthodox Jews, right? Damn. Now read the definitions. I mean, synonyms.
Synonyms: irreverent, ungodly, godless.
What?
Godless.
Godless. God is nowhere in that equation. But Satan is for damn sure. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. So it say, hold on, go back. Treat someone sacred. Treat something sacred with irreverence or disrespect. The circumcision is supposed to be something sacred, right? But what you do is you profane the circumcision by putting your mouth on that penis that just got the foreskin cut off. Read the synonyms, bro. You can't make this up.
Desecrate, violate.
But the priest is violating the hell out them kids, man. That is pedophile activity. You understand?
Shame on you.
They is violating them babies, giving them babies herpes. Go ahead. Defiling the hell out them little kids. I guarantee you some of them little kids gonna have some type of traumatic thing from that, and they gonna grow up and desire oral suctioning from men for the rest of their life.
Right.
I guarantee you, because they being defiled by the Jewish priests. Keep reading.
Treat with disrespect, debase, degrade.
Watch this.
Contaminate
with herpes. You can't make this up.
Damn.
That's what the hell the ADL. I'm holding y'all responsible. I'm holding y'all accountable. You understand? It's y'all fault that you allowing y'all people to do these things, these frivolous activities in these synagogues. It's your fault, Green Black. Until I see you say something about it, do something about it, I'm blaming you. You the reason why Jewish babies, dinglings getting sucked and getting contaminated with herpes from the 8th day of them being alive.
Right.
It's your damn fault. They got to live their whole life with a ST-damn-D. It's your fault, Green Black. It's all your fault. And these is all facts, no cap. We ain't making nothing up to defame you. This is truth. Go back to the video. Shalom, bro.
Most High Christ bless. I wanted to say something because you said it, and they're talking about the babies. These are babies, but in there it showed a 3-year-old, it showed the 9-year-old, the 8-year-old. It didn't matter what age. So what you saying is like they gonna desire this thing the whole time of their life. From the youth to the old, they want this feeling. This is crazy as hell. And this is the same, and this is the Jewish Israeli people supposed to be the most righteous people on earth. This is these people. They sound like the Roman Catholics to me. They must have taught them. Damn.
And what's bad is, whenever you look up the person that did that, you Google them, you don't even find their name nowhere. You don't see the situation. You don't see the story in the media, none of that. Damn. Where's the league that's going to stop this? Where's the league going to put a stop on that? Who won't follow them and get them for their crimes? Play the video.
Back to the video.
Adult who did this had the herpes virus and then transferred it over to the infants. Now, for infants who do get the virus, they could have high fever, seizures, and since 1998, there have been 2 cases of deaths. This is an incredible story, especially because circumcision in and of itself is highly questionable and I think rightfully debated.
We can't just roll past that. From 1998, from these strange rites, these strange rituals, it has been 2 cases of deaths. So literally, you got Jewish priests sucking the souls out these little boys.
Damn.
On their 8th day being alive.
Damn.
Sucking the souls out these little boys.
Damn.
Where is the 80? Where is, like you said, also, where is the league for this? Where's the marches and protests and outrage for this?
Not protecting no babies.
But not protecting the babies, but protecting them that's doing it. That's the messed up thing. That's what they're doing.
Damn.
We go back to the video.
But to apply oral suction, to have an adult apply oral suction to an infant's newly circumcised penis should be illegal. And maybe that's a really strong statement, but I'm against that 100%.
Okay. Let me double down on that strong statement. Okay. Now, there are some parts of culture that are great. There are some parts of different cultures that suck. Now, that's a controversial statement, especially among liberals, actually. They say, oh, no, all cultures are lovely and wonderful. Okay? There's a lot of things we did in the past that conservatives protect at all costs, no matter what your different nationality, ethnicity, etc. might be. No, that's tradition. You protect tradition. Well, what if your tradition sucks? For example, we had a tradition in this country called slavery. That turned out to be a pretty shitty tradition, and it was a good thing we got rid of it. So from time to time, you have traditions in your culture. For example, genital mutilation when it comes to women, when they cut their clitoris off. You know what? That's a pretty crappy tradition. I know people in that culture say, you don't understand my culture. My daughter would have wanted her clitoris cut off. No, she wouldn't, okay? And it's absurdity. I'm not willing to entertain that ridiculous notion.
Yeah, they do that to ensure that the woman never enjoys sex. That's the main purpose. They want to keep her pure. That's why they mutilate the clitoris.
You know, if you really believe that, maybe we should mutilate the part of your penis that you get enjoyment from. You don't need that to have sex. She doesn't need it to have sex. You don't need it to have sex. You can still, you know, give it a gold college try. Oh, you don't want it for men. You only want it for women. Huh, that's weird. Okay, so this is why I'm a progressive and not a conservative. Because conservatives say the old way is always the right way and we never want to change, right? Conservatives in this country, in the beginning, didn't want to rise up against the English government. Why? They were loyal English servants, okay? They were servants of the crown, long live the queen and the king at the time, and so they were going to bow their head and go with tradition. Well, our founding fathers decided that tradition sucks. And instead we would have a revolution to get to better traditions, okay? So now in this case, are you really going to let an old guy put your baby's genitalia in his mouth? I mean, really? No, you don't understand my culture. Well, I guess guilty as charged. I don't. That's a really weird culture that has specific health consequences.
Yeah. So, what the hell? All right.
Earthquake.
So, that is not Jew culture. It's Jewish culture. It's a Jewish fable.
Amalek thing, right?
That they, you know what I'm saying? They
Right.
could suck the baby penis, but that is not Torah. Let's get the Torah. Leviticus 12, dealing with circumcision. Nowhere in the, well, y'all let me know if I find a baby getting head from the priest.
It's in the Bible.
Let me see.
That's in another book, man.
And
That's
his
somewhere
soul
else.
sucked that up. Let's see. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 12 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation for her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
Okay. So now it's going to go into detail about whatever happens if there's a mitzvah bapipe or whatever the hell they call it, right? Let's see. Read on.
And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 33 days. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled.
So you telling me there's no record of the priest performing direct oral suctioning anywhere?
I didn't read.
You ain't
It's
got
not a
all the
part of
books.
the-
You
You
gotta
ain't
suck
got
it.
all the books.
Thou
It's not in
suckest.
precept upon precept. Like, ain't it a precept that said somewhere?
Hell no.
Like maybe Genesis 17, maybe with Abraham.
Thou suckest
with
baby rock.
because they Abrahamic priests.
Right.
Maybe it's in Genesis 17. Let's go there. Let's see. Let's see.
You gotta find thou suckest. Baby rock. Thou suckest.
17 and 8.
The book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And I will,
hold on, verse. Yeah. Verse 9.
Verse 9. And God said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. This is my covenant which ye shall keep between me and you, and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
Okay.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you.
Okay.
Every man child in your generations, he that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed.
Got it.
He that is born in thy house and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
Okay.
And the uncircumcised man child, whose flesh of his foreskin is not circumcised, that soul shall be cut off from his people. He hath broken my covenant.
So did I miss it?
No,
where is the oral suction?
I didn't see it.
It's not in there.
Where? Okay, then maybe let's go to an account of jump down to verse 26.
Verse 26.
25.
Verse 25. And Ishmael his son was 13 years old.
So he's way older than 8 days, right? Because he got it late. Go ahead.
When he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin. And the selfsame day was Abraham circumcised, and Ishmael his son. And all the men of his house, born in the house, and bought with money of the stranger, were circumcised with him.
I missed the part where they all got hid after.
Right.
To get the blood out. I don't see that. I don't see that in there.
Right. Hey, they gay.
Let's see if Paul, go to Acts 16. Let's go to the New Testament. Maybe it's something that happened over time through changing of covenants or whatever, what have you. Acts 16, and what's that, verse 3?
Yes, sir.
Read.
The book of Acts chapter 16 and verse 3. Him would Paul have to go forth with him, and took and circumcised him, because of the Jews which were in those quarters. For they knew all that his father was a Greek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Verse 4. And as they went through the cities.
So it don't say nothing about. So Paul didn't get nobody here.
Nope.
Okay. Listen, y'all, the point is, like I said, this is not a custom of the Jews. The real Jews.
That's right.
The real Jews never sucked baby dick out of baby penis.
Damn.
We never done that. Right. The real Jews never performed that in the ceremony of circumcision. That is a Jewish fable. That is a ritual of the synagogue of Satan.
Oh, this nasty, man. Because it says in the strangers within the gate and all that, they circumcise. Everybody got to get circumcised. So you mean tell me, I don't know, bro. These dang on nasty, these dudes up there not just doing baby ride. It ain't just babies out there.
Hey.
These people ain't reporting about, I got circumcised last week and yeah, the priest got down. Yeah, he did it right.
Right, you got sick bastards out there gonna convert to Judaism.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's
right
a conversion.
Why are you trying to convert to these nasty dudes right here? Negroes over there. Let's go to Israel, y'all. We all gotta flee out of America.
We finna convert.
Let's go to Israel. We need to convert.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas. Matter of fact, it's probably some of them. Hey, it's some other camps, bro. They nasty as hell. Take your head over there if you like that.
I am a Yehudi.
Come on, man.
ADL, Y'all need to leave us the hell alone. Sit down with us. Let's talk. We us being the famed wind treat. All right. Let's have a talk. Let's settle this. Cause you gotta stop poking the bear. All right. Cause we gonna expose y'all week after week after week, revealing to the world that y'all are the wicked. Y'all are the synagogue of Satan. Y'all demonic. Y'all evil. You understand? Y'all are blaspheming God by saying y'all the Jews and are not.
Right.
That's right. You understand? We gonna continue to expose that and show the world your evil deeds. So you better just come clean, man. Leave us the hell alone.
Hey, I also understand why, like when you go to Jerusalem right now, they got the biggest pride parades and crap like that. I see why. You want to know why? Because the baby got his little ride touched and sucked on. That's why now you look at them now. They the biggest dang on. You go over there, they ain't the dang on Jews. Like the Bible forbids any type of man on man type reaction like that, man. The Bible forbid that type of stuff. Fornication. You know what I'm saying?
They got ponytail, they be twirling their head and stuff.
I'm gonna put my ponytail. Why I go ahead and get that?
Get that in Colossians 3 before we go to break real quick.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Colossians 3. I'm gonna show y'all the biblical term for these activities. All right, read that.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
Inordinate affection. Now we read about Esau being profane fornicators. So they fornication that is unmortifiable, I guess. Yeah. Because there's no level you can get beyond them. You understand? But we got to take heed to make sure that we mortify our desire to fornicate, our desire for inordinate affection. Right. That's pedophilia. Right. That's desire for you to see what an 8-year-old baby penis tastes like, what a 3-year-old baby penis hidden like.
Come on,
8-year-old baby penis hidden like, a 9-year-old child penis hidden like. You understand? That's what they do. That's the affection within them because they are profane fornicate. They are descendants of Edom, not Jacob. You understand? But we can't partake in that. Read on.
Evil concupiscence.
We looked up that word concupiscence. Evil. Concupiscence. All right. Pull it up for me real quick. Concupiscence.
What?
Wow.
Bring it out.
Sheesh. We finna get on them in a second. We finna get on we got something for the T.
Yeah, y'all T.
We got something for the T in a second.
Yeah, he got the eyes.
Just wait.
Keep your eyes
got
open.
you. Stick around, little sodomite. We got you.
You got something for the T.
All right.
You man boy, man girl.
So put that on the screen.
Concupiscence. Strong sexual desire. Lust.
Right. So the Bible talks about evil concupiscence. You understand? So an evil sexual desire, an evil biological urge.
Message.
Sucking the blood out of baby penis.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to put no blood in your damn mouth. For real. Trying to.
What's going on?
Damn, little dick sickle. Man, what the hell is this?
He called him a dick pirate, not a vampire.
You can't make this up. Guys said we can't. Come on, man. These people are the basest people in the world.
That you can't
pretending to be God's people.
Yeah, the red
you can't
ice,
get
the
no
red
worse
ice
than that.
special. The red ice
like
special.
we already know they be messing with animals and stuff. They go wild with all that. They do all the craziest stuff, you know. But you can't get worse than a baby penis. That's
hell no. A bloody.
Bro, the bottom. They nasty, bro. They gotta get wiped. That's why God gotta wipe them off the earth.
You gotta think about the
like he revealed that to us. We didn't know that. He revealed that to us. He's like, y'all don't know what they doing. Look, that's why you say every week something gonna come out. Because the Most High gonna show something, reveal something, and it's gonna show forth.
You think about it, the Bible go against you from even being like you can't even mess with your woman after her being
when she bleeding.
Yeah, when she bleeding after we can't even touch her for 7 days. So why would the Lord tell you, hey, you know what? Let me go get this red ice special from this little baby.
Makes sense.
The red ice special from this baby.
That makes sense. Red pottage.
They like that red pottage.
Raw
damn
meat.
devil.
Wow. There you
They
go.
want that raw meat.
Raw meat.
They want it fresh. Fresh out the
The
womb.
morsel of meat. That's
Right.
damn. They Esau for damn
Esau
so,
not
man.
that Arab, bro. Esau can't be that Arab.
For damn so. Look, y'all, we gonna take a quick break, and we got something for God is trying. We got something for you, man. All right, but y'all don't be. But we gonna be right back with more on
Let's Talk Truth.
And today I'd like to present a sit-down discussion with the Jewish community. There's a lot of controversy. There's much hatred that you have towards us. We're the prophets of the one true God. So what we'd like to do is sit down with several of your leading Jewish personalities. The rest of you just stand by. Sit back, move out the way. We want to sit down with Yitzhak Yosef, who called black people monkeys. He's number one.
לא הכל כושים מברכים, אלא צריך שיהיה כושי שאבא שלו ואימא שלו לבנים. איפה אתה תדע? אם אתה יודע, גופה שאתה יודע, ואתה יצא להם בן לקוף, יצא להם בן ככה.
Number two, we like to sit down with Jonathan Greenblatt of the Anti-Defamation League. You have so much to say on the Breakfast Club in alluding that we have shot and murdered people in New Jersey. We want to sit down and discuss with you to produce your cause.
And look, they're entitled to their beliefs until that justifies shooting Jewish people with pellet guns on Staten Island. Or like, this is December. 3 years ago, December 2019, 2 black Hebrew Israelites went into a kosher supermarket in Jersey City and killed 3 people because they said they weren't real Jews.
Wow.
Shot them cold dead in a kosher supermarket.
Prove what those lies you have said. We want to sit down with the SPLC, Margaret Huang, and Beeson. You also pushed the lie that we have murdered people in New Jersey, so forth and so on. We want to sit down with APOC, Howard Core, and Lillian Pincus. Also, that latest group, the Canary Mission. We want to sit down with Adam Milstein and Howard D. Sterling.
When Tony asked about Canary Mission.
Who are the people involved with them?
It's him. It's him.
Adam Milstein.
The guy, I don't know who hired to oversee it. Adam Milstein. He's the guy who funds it.
We need to expose the fact that they're anti everything we believe in. We need to put them on the right.
So Adam Milstein, he funds the Israel Project and he's funding the Canary Mission website.
Yeah, which is interesting because it makes it seem as though we're a part of it, but we're not.
We'd like to sit down with all of you. If all, one for all and all for one, however you want to do it. But we will sit down with you. So don't say we're running from you, we're trying to evade you. No, we're not. Okay? Reach us, call us at 1-855-484-4842, extension 7023. Or by email, israel@israelunite.org. All right? The scriptures say, if at all possible, be at peace with all men. And that's what we endeavor to do. So, Jewish community, have a sit down with us. Let's have an open discussion publicly. All right? Shalom.
Welcome back to
Let's Talk Truth.
Alright, now, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of stuff that happened in the past couple of weeks that I don't want to go past, so we gonna try to rapid fire some stuff real quick. Alright, pull up that first Facebook link. All right, read that.
Yes, sir. Rap generals. Mother says father FaceTimed her while choking their 2-year-old daughter. DeAndre Flanagan allegedly went into a Harris County Walmart store around 10 a.m. Monday after picking up Zavea Marie Flanagan from daycare, Fox Houston reported. The two parents argued, and Flanagan assaulted her and took her phone and left with their daughter, authorities said. Afterward, he allegedly threatened to harm the child if her mother didn't do as she was told. He just wanted my phone. He's screaming at me, telling me, what is the passcode? Tell me the passcode, or she's going to get hurt. And I'm telling him the passcode over and over, but I guess it just wasn't enough. Kirsten Watson, the child's mother, told the news outlet. After getting the code, Flanagan took the girl and led authorities on a 30-mile chase, all while hitting cars and driving the wrong way at times, the news reporter said. Her face was just covered in blood. He hit her with something really hard. And then he called me on FaceTime and showed me, and he choked her on FaceTime. I said, Trey, stop. That is your daughter. Stop. She loves you. His exact words were, you only love that man. You did this to her,
Wow.
Watson said. Zavea Marie Flanagan was flown to a hospital where she died from her injuries. Watson said she contacted authorities 3 times about Flanagan, but was told there was nothing they could do. Flanagan faces a murder charge and is being held in jail on $2 million bail.
He don't need no bail. And he need to be facing a damn death penalty for that.
Right.
But it go back to what we read earlier about the souls destitute of help. These little babies, you know what I'm saying? Victims of a damn love affair gone wrong or whatever the hell. Give 1 Ezra chapter 4, verse 26. This brother lost his damn. Scroll down so we can see his face. Put him on the screen, man. This is sad, bro. And the little baby look just like him too, bro. Baby look just like him. Can't make this stuff up, man. Read that.
The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 26.
Read it out.
Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women.
Run out of their wits for women, meaning lose their rabbit ass mind.
Right.
Over a woman. Talking about some, you did this to her because you love that man. Don't make no damn sense, man. Ran out of his wits to kill his own daughter. Go ahead.
And become servants for their sakes.
Read.
Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women.
To the extent of killing their own child. Get that in Matthew 24, verse 12.
Bring it out.
God said this the days we'll be living in. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Iniquity shall abound, like adultery, fornication, right? These type of things, because they will abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I'm so hurt. I want to avenge your fornication so bad that I'm going to brutally murder our child. You can't make this up, bro. This is how we know we living in the last days. Right? Pull up the next thing for the T people. So this is in LAX airport. Put that on the screen. So they got all gender bathrooms. Now, in the picture of the all gender bathrooms, you got a woman, a man, and a child. So all of those following things can enter into that restroom. What are those closed? Stalls lock.
Get out.
So you got pedophiles, right?
Right.
Grown men
ready to
or
see that
grown
sign.
women that like little boys and or little girls. And they are all subject to the same restroom where they would be confined. You know what I'm saying? From cameras and everything. That is some evil, wicked, twisted stuff right there. Get that in Revelations 11 and 8. Showing you the land that we living in.
Right.
All right, read that real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
So the great city that reigneth over the kings of the earth, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. When you look on the back of your dollar, you see they represent the Egypt part. Egypt was built on the slave labor of the Israelites, the 12
That's
tribes.
right.
So was the United States of America. It is spiritual Egypt. Spiritual Sodom comes from their fascination and exaltation of homosexuality in the form of trans, lesbianism, pure homo, whatever, pedophilia, with the queers, right? You understand? Effeminate, all of that. This is the land of spiritual Sodom. Only in this land will you see an all-gender public restroom. Only in this land. All right, you was finna say something? All right, go to the next video. So with the spirit that comes, with the vibrations in spiritual Sodom, this is the type of shit that you will see right here. All right, play the next clip. It's a Facebook reel.
Bring it out.
It's a Facebook reel. Right there, yep. Oh, gosh. Put this on
My goodness.
Can't believe we gonna watch this.
Hey, the caption is, my ex chatted, so I gave Polly a try.
My ex cheated, what he meant.
Yeah.
My ex cheated, so I gave Polly a try. Mind you, you got some black Hebrew Israelites with the multiple wives doctrine.
I don't want.
And they, and they be doing hot, sweaty push-ups with it. I think with the poly thing come a gay spirit.
Yeah. It's the whoremonger spirit. It's
the
strongest version of that.
All bread.
Exactly.
Yeah. Play that video.
That spirit of nympho, to being a nympho.
We can't have multiple wives again until the Lord remove the stony till he make us, pure, give us that pure spirit. That pure mind.
Because we got so many women, it's not, a woman is not enough now.
Yeah.
You having sex with, you getting vagina every day. So he like, you know what? Let's see what he tried. Let's see what tickled his fancy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me that in Sirach 23:17.
None of the women kissed him. The man came up and said, "Hey."
The one woman, he kissed her, but this is nasty.
This is affliction, brothers.
Read that.
Sirach chapter 23 and verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
All bread. For so many years, we thought all bread just meant the feminine bread.
Brother thought you was a whoremonger.
Right.
Masculine bread.
But it also mean hell.
He like his bread. He want the bread tough.
Yeah, the toasted bread.
Come on now, dog.
Not just the pound cake.
The damn Texas bread.
The damn sour. You got the sourdough.
Boy, ain't no way,
bread.
All bread is sweet to a
That's the
whoremonger.
rotten bread.
Old bread. Go ahead, get it to me.
Go
This
to the
sounds
next
weak.
video. Telling you niggas dealing with out there. Y'all seen what just happened with Kevin Gates? How he got exposed.
Right.
Y'all ain't seen
Yeah,
that?
we see
What happened in Live?
Oh, we
gotta bring it up.
We gotta find it.
We gotta get
We
it.
gotta find it.
Gotta get it.
Now you know he know.
Nah, what happened?
We been
Exactly.
know.
I'm
But
gonna
listen,
Go to the
Satellites.
next clip.
Hey,
To the right. To the right. To the right.
Yeah, we can't be surprised by Kevin Gates. You know he been talking. He the one said he gonna eat booty
Look, watch,
and all that stuff.
When you hear this, it's gonna
Can't be
bring you to
surprised.
mind of Kevin Gates. Play the video.
Remember how he was dressed on that one thing, bro?
Ephraim.
Relationship status, man. These my queens. These my beautiful girls right here, man. These the girls that hold me down. They take care of me. They do everything for me, man. They eat my butt. All of them. They eat my butt. Back to back. Sometimes together, sometimes they take turns.
Back to back.
They the ones who make me feel like the king that I am. You understand what I'm saying? Without them, I wouldn't be. I mean, you can see, man, my relationship status, man.
So
wait
now,
a minute.
Again, with another polyamorous, multiple women, right? For some reason, you get these strange desires. It's not enough that you got 2 licking on your ride, 2 or 3 licking on your ride at the same time.
In your butt too.
Look, go deeper. Go deeper.
Pass the gooch.
Go deeper.
Something first.
Bring your tongue lower.
This sounds weak.
I think
that's a spot right there.
Oh, Brad!
Damn.
Come on now,
I'm in
dog.
pain, bro.
Yeah, put my legs back behind my head.
This dude, them women retarded. They gotta be retarded. They ain't say nothing. They just looking stupid right now. He must be loaded with money or something. He paying them.
Bruh.
Ain't no way you sitting there licking a dookie pipe.
Hey, officer, you gotta be
pole or what you want to call it.
Come on, man.
You gotta be mad.
Hey, that show you get the 2 Timothy 3 and 6.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you gotta be mad to say, like, man, you know you're doing your thing with your woman. You know what? Put my legs behind my head, and then.
And what you think? You supposed to be like, I'm
you
a
go
king.
down.
How you gonna say you're a king and just announce some stuff like that? Like that's the coolest shit in the world. That's nasty, dude.
Yeah, I know they love me. They eat my butt. All of them, back to back. What the hell?
You can't make this up, man. Pull up.
Get the kids out of the room, man. Get the kids
Pull
out
up
of the room.
Officer's favorite rapper, man.
You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, that's yours?
And the soldier.
Soldier favorite rapper.
And the soldier.
Oh, you want that scripture first?
You need to show them on
said
screen.
Timothy.
Oh, yeah, 2 Timothy 3 and 6.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 6.
Because he got these hoes to lick his butt. Multiple women and lick his damn asshole.
They got shit.
Read that,
Dookie
man.
mouth.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses
Read.
and lead captive silly women.
You got to be a silly ass woman to not only indulge in a polyamorous relationship. You understand? You told number 2, 3, 4, 5, but you silly enough to put your tongue
on dumb
in a grown man ass.
And lay their tongue on dumb.
That's some silly ass stuff. Read on. This why?
And lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
There you go. They led away with diverse lusts.
That was it right there.
I want to know what booty crumbs taste like. They had a booty.
That's too
dung tongue.
It's called
We got the dung tongue.
Dung tongue.
Dung tongue.
Dingleberries.
They had a shitty appetite.
Girl, your breast smell
That's
like
a diverse lust.
Right.
Damn, for real.
Hey, then you got to go kiss it. He go kiss her after that.
Now, speaking of appetites, pull up the brother's favorite rapper, Kevin.
Yeah,
Gates.
show the soldier who favorite. Show who
where he
favorite
from?
rapper is. Who favorite rapper is.
Baton Rouge.
Put him.
J. Cole.
Everybody
Baton
favorite.
Rouge.
You know, rappers from Louisiana, man. Hey, it's crazy though, cause remember a few months back, Lil Boosie was on Instagram Live.
Right.
What a booty eaters at, man. I pay a woman right now. Y'all remember that, man? That
Yeah,
shit.
man.
It's something about rappers from Louisiana. They just not right,
It's a
bro.
spirit. It's
Damn.
something down there. It's
brothers from Louisiana.
It's bad.
It's in the water.
Yeah.
It's an alligator.
Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Now, this is an accusation, so, we can't just say, you know what I'm saying, but.
Nah, he weird, bro.
Hey.
He weird.
He ain't denied it.
Hey, didn't he say on the one video he eat something?
Yeah,
eat some
He
pig?
said he drink
pissed
piss.
dogs.
He eat booty.
Yeah, he drank piss.
Oh yeah, he drank piss. Yeah,
Ain't nothing nasty.
he messed with his cousins. He liked to
He was
have
his
sex with his
He kept
cousin.
smashing her because he found out his cousin. Yeah, he kept smashing her.
All the way to the toe.
He do everything. That's what he say. I do all.
Play this. Yeah.
Oh, this
Here we go, child.
Goofy.
Oh, I've been more wholesome in the sense that, like, I don't just
Bumble clot, dog.
That's a
Yo,
man, y'all.
That's
See,
a blood clot.
that's a man right there.
I was
Y'all
keeping
just
a
got
bean with-
played.
Wow.
That's a man.
Y'all thought it was.
This
a
sounds
woman.
weak.
Y'all thought it was. That is a.
Child.
That's witchcraft.
Just
Bro.
look like a nigga, bro. Like, no disrespect. You know
He
me.
said, "Bumble clot."
I'm very inclusive of every community type
Talk
shit.
about no
But this looks
disrespect,
like a
man.
blood
With all
clot,
disrespect.
nigga, dog. Nigga. It's look like a nigga. Yeah, dog. Yo. It look like a... Let me Google their page. Lila Gibney. That's the name of the tranny. Lila Gibney. Let me look at the Instagram type shit.
Well, look like white cheeks.
Let me see if, maybe Kevin Gates was fooled. By the way, we don't even know if this is true.
Like Marlon Wayans.
Just look like a nigga, bro.
But Crimson Chin.
Gates.
Okay.
That, you know
Okay.
who that is, right? Like 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the
That's
pussy.
Kevin Gates, yes, I was wondering.
Yeah. And that was everything, honestly. It was a really good experience. And like, he's just one of those people, like people in the industry, like, they're so fucked up from like literally like the life that they have had that like, okay, so I DM'd him, you know, I like go on my little sprees.
Okay.
I'll like, what I do is I'll go and like drink. And I'll see who he's following and just DM every single hot guy I see with a blue check mark. And hoping that just pays my bills one day, because shit, this pussy and my penthouse are not going to pay itself. And so I DM'd him and he was like, yo, like, I think he was like in Atlanta. I was like, I'm not, like, so he came and he was like, let's go to dinner. And I was like, okay, just like text me where. Like, kept it really cool. Made a reservation at Mastro's, but like could have sent me a car service, but like I'm an independent woman, so like I'll call my own fucking Suburban. It's fine. Went to Mastro's and I was like, am I gonna get like shot or like gutted like a fish? Like I was like scared because, you know, like the experiences that I've had and the people in LA are so beyond. Like it's crazy because people in like Iowa and like small towns like think everything's so wholesome and like celebrities just like stay home. No, they're like out at restaurants every single fucking night, Monday through Sunday, not taking care of their kids and looking for a gangbang and like looking for somebody to like write off or like cut off or like kill. I don't know. And so I was like, oh God, like what am I getting myself into? And he sat down, he had like 4 phones. He was saying like El Chapo was watching me and I was like, okay, like cool. He had a
El Chapo was a gang or was
No, it's Chapo.
cartel? Is it a
I'm like, what is El Chapo?
It's okay, baby.
Just smile and nod. Okay.
It's a good thing you don't know who El Chapo is. She's so cute. You were so funny.
And it was just one of those situations where I almost felt like I was like at like lunch with or like in trouble with my principal. Like I felt like he was literally looking so deep into like my soul and my like 9 different holes that like I didn't even know what I was getting into.
Wait a minute. This is not, bruh.
No, God, please, no!
9 different, bruh.
Look at DJ Academics face.
It's crazy, but it's the normalization of this. We can't say that word on here. The T people, man. It's gonna become a point where it's not even about models no more. It's going the rappers and the athletes. They're all gonna be dating the T community. That's gonna be the come up now. Remember that rapper? What is it? Gucci Mane's artist. He was like femboys.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He said he loved it, and then he put on like not that long ago. He got a dang on picture with the femboy on top of him on his lap, and that's.
So that's
bro, this stuff, boy, this
look at dude's face, man. Academic something, man.
It just make me mad, bro. Just looking at this stuff.
Like,
is it more on this?
This is more proof that Esau is the daughter of Babylon. Because the so-called in the Eastern world, but you get put to death for this stuff. They will kill you, cold blood. The whole city will come out and stone you on camera and post it.
Yeah, they can't go past Europe. They can't go past Europe.
Hell no.
They can't even. Russia don't even do stuff like this. I mean, they
This
be
is
on some
America
weird stuff
that
over
you
there,
do.
but they don't do this.
This is America.
This sounds weak.
Come on.
First time, that was cute. It was hot. And then I was telling him earlier, like, it's crazy that like I have experiences with people or I hook up with people and then my brain just like I think teaches myself to like forget, or I have dementia. I don't know.
I went to Bumba Rasclata. I went to.
You're like one of the two.
One of the two for sure. I just don't know which. And we were in his car. He was playing me his new album. He was on Instagram Live, and in my brain, I'm like, dude, he shows me on live, and I'm like, ugh, I just know one of like the fans from Iowa, like where I'm from.
That
like,
is a dude.
Yeah, like that's a fucking male.
I don't know if you knew this.
And I was like, wait a sec, if he reads that comment right now, he's gonna flip his car. Like, I'm scared. He was taking me to his house, like in the hills. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to call an Uber. Like, I'm dying here.
Yeah, because in the hills there's never service for anything.
Oh my God. And it wasn't like the hills. It was like insane. Like, it was just far. I don't even fucking know. I blacked it out.
Okay.
And
there was no full disclosure here, so we're just
Yes, exactly.
We're going into this situation as
and he didn't really ask, like, do you want to come home with me? He was kind of just like, get in my car.
And they just kind of, I mean, that's how they always are.
No, they don't ask. You go.
Yeah, you just go. You just follow the rules.
There.
And I've always been bad with following instructions, reading rules, the whole nine. And so we get there. I meet his sister, which like
Pause. Talking about the whole 9. Pause.
The whole 9.
Pause that,
9 hoes.
man. The whole 9.
The whole 9. He's still stuck on 9 hoes.
Like, honestly, I think it was his wife. Now that like I did my research, I'm like, I think I literally met your wife, but you introduced me as her sister. I don't know. He's all about like energy, like ashwagandha, like the whole 9. Honestly, we fucked. And I told him I was trans, like mid, like 9. Spread eagle, like pussy flap scars and all. Like I literally.
How did you bring that
Honestly,
up?
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
But the deep voice came back.
What's going on?
Yeah, he pausing it.
Right.
He had to stop and get a drink.
Let's go act.
Because this is crazy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Bro, she need to do more to get some help.
Chat.
Bro, 9 hoes. I can't, bro.
Before we get any further, man. This shit's disturbed my spirit right now. Let me just.
The Book of Psalms.
Damn!
Psalm 23.
Damn!
A Psalm of David.
You can't make this shit up.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Damn!
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still
Let
waters.
us pray.
He restoreth my soul.
You can't make it up,
He
bro.
leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Hey, we
Yea,
gotta skip
though I
this,
walk
man.
through
This
the
academics, man. We might get blocked up.
Nah.
Oh, okay,
academics
okay.
ain't tripping. But skip forward to when she go into the account.
Bring it up.
Because she revealed, what she was. Go back. I'm saying, she, what the hell? Help me out.
He got you. Damn.
He revealed he revealed to the rapper what he was. Play the video.
I hear like, what am I hearing right now?
Get in my car.
And then that's how they always are.
You don't ask. You go.
Yeah, you just go. You
Okay.
just follow the rules.
There.
And I've always been bad with following instructions, reading rules, the whole nine. And so we get there. I meet his sister, which like kind of like honestly, I think was his wife. Now that like I did my research, I'm like, I think I literally met your wife, but you introduced me as her sister. I don't know. He's all about like energy, like ashwagandha, like the whole 9. Honestly, we fucked. And I told him I was trans, like mid, like spread eagle, like pussy flap scars and all. Like I literally.
How did you bring that up?
Honestly, I was just like,
mid-sex. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation a few times where it's just like, oh God, like,
She felt
oh
the
no,
energy
like
was the energy was
she's like
on.
spread eagle. She's like, I'm
Look at his face.
trans. She's like coming. I'm like, I'm squirting. He's like, I'm like, I'm squirting. He's like, no, you're not. No, oh my God, you guys kill me. But no, I was literally, I'm not kidding, like spread eagle. I think he was like eating me out or something, and then in my brain he like stopped, and I'm like,
Bumbo clot, no start, no start, no.
I'm confused.
No. Bumbo clot.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
No.
Eating him out? Eating him out.
Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Kevin Gates, you got 24 hours.
Kevin
to
Gates,
bro.
eat all the groceries.
He
But
eat
this from
everything.
10 days ago, 9
He
days
eat
ago.
9 hoes.
He
Got
said
24 hours to
nothing.
respond, bro.
Lord.
He eats all the groceries, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
Skip forward a little bit, y'all.
He said he went spread eagle.
Yeah, Ephraim, man. Shout out to Ephraim.
Myself.
Skip forward. All right.
oh my God, you guys kill me. But no, I was literally, I'm not kidding, like spread eagle. I think he was like eating me out or something, and then in my brain he like stopped, and I'm like,
Oh, he stopped.
he knows my clit looks different. Like fuck. Like I was like, what's
there's no
happening?
way
He was like,
taking a breath.
yeah, no, he's
ain't
not
no
out of breath
clit.
that quick. Let me get this man an oxygen tank. But he was like, can I ask you something? And I go, yeah. And he was like, are you trans? And I go, and I was just like, I was so drunk, like,
come
laying there, like,
What gives you that idea?
The moment of truth.
and I was laying there, and I go, you caught me. And he literally was like, baby, I don't give a fuck. God raised all of us equal, all this stuff. And I was like, that makes you so much more attractive, and that makes you so much more, like, honestly manly and hot, that you, like, that you know that I had to work harder and pay more than all these other fucking crusty, dusty bitches with like stinky pussies. And so that was that. And then he ended up like blocking me.
Get off of that.
Wait a minute.
This the nigga that said he would go to war with God
For you, baby.
So you gotta expect stuff like this.
He going to war with
This
God.
is why you gotta stop idolizing these damn rappers. These niggas gay.
This sounds weak.
The Boondocks was 1,000% prophetic. You understand? Let's get Isaiah chapter 1, man. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 9. The rappers, the agenda that's coming with the way that they dress and they vibes and the Finboy season and all that. Listen. Nah, I ain't doing like that.
Louisiana. She said she couldn't feel nothing. So trans is getting changed for no damn reason.
No, God, please,
She
no.
was faking. I couldn't feel it. And then I realized he realized.
Because they
that
want it
was
and they...
Yeah, and they want a man that can take care of them. Like, they trying to do that so they can finesse people and do whatever the fuck.
That's
Officer, you mean to tell me these people are getting a fake
That's why a lot
thing
of
on them and they can't feel
A
it?
lot of them kill themselves, bro.
Bro, they can't feel it. They getting a fake.
Stop talking about it.
This is
Nah, I don't feel
They said, forget it.
Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 9. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant.
A very small remnant. That's the biblically masculine sons of God that the Lord will put the Spirit on in the last day. It's a very small remnant of us. So when you see us on the corner, when you see us marching down your block, you better praise the Most High God. We are the last hope left.
That's
God
right.
said unless he left a very small remnant. Go ahead.
We should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
I'm telling you, the desensitization process is real.
That's right.
Think about what he said his alleged response was, right? I appreciate you work harder than all these hoes got natural coochies and they stuff be all stinking and raggedy and all that, but you paid, you worked for yours. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I appreciate your work, your effort.
Your plastic.
Come on, man.
Come
so
on,
you telling
man.
me she can plant a coochie there? He can plant a coochie there, and now it's all good. No. Hell no.
This
But
is
I
retarded.
guarantee you with some niggas, some Kevin Gates idolater worshipers, they're like, I mean, shit, yeah, if they do, you know, yeah. You know, the dumb way.
At the end of the day, it's a vagina now.
At the end of the day, they pay for it. It's loyalty.
It's a
over
vagina
everything.
now.
So what's the difference between a hoe getting a BBL? And you know what I'm saying? Using
No.
all type of Gates logic.
this is
all fake.
I'm telling you,
It's really about
all
the loyalty.
these niggas gonna dibble and dabble with their community, bruh. At some point, I'm telling you. Go to chapter 3, verse. Play that video. So this is the last video I'm gonna show today, all right? But
All praises. All praises.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, the desensitization process is very real. All right? Play that video.
Is that how it started? Whoa.
Yeah, it got background music. They
Push
got
the
So on the outside, you see a young man in a fresh Nike outfit.
Right.
You have no idea that he got Victoria's Secret panties on.
Whoa. Lingerie, bro.
Lingerie under his cargo pants.
Whoa.
You can only imagine. See, look, when brothers catch spirits and all that,
This a prank.
you might have to do the security check. Like, hold on, brother. What you got? The hell you got on under the cargo
Why
pants?
you got just a string on your hip, bro?
Niggas out here wearing pantyhose, bro.
What the hell
Real
you doing?
deal.
Yeah, I like to hide my gun in my pantyhose.
Right.
Bro, why you got a string on your waist, bro? These are thongs.
We put
Yeah,
poles
matched
in
my-
our
it matched my
pantyhose.
fit.
We got poles in our pantyhose.
Yeah.
They gonna be the next song. Pole in my pantyhose.
Panty, pole. That's Pushing P. That's the Pushing P remix.
Pushing P.
Pushing P remix.
Get Isaiah 3 and 9.
Hey, did y'all read that first comment?
What did it say?
Them panties do coordinate.
See what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's the desensitization, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Like
That's
he
what
ain't
I'm
put it like a
saying.
left how just kidding.
It's in the name of swag. That's how spiritual
that's the
Sodom
drip.
slowly taking over. That's how it's slowly putting us. Cause God, that like I said, the law is spiritual, and He said you ain't supposed to wear what pertain to a woman.
Right.
If you're a man, God's law is spiritual. Esau know that shit. So if he want to make this thing spiritual Sodom, he want everybody to, you know what I'm saying? He gonna slowly but surely through the fashion.
Right.
And it's gonna put spirits on niggas. And before you know it, niggas gonna have 3, 4, 5 hoes and one dude. And they're like, dude got them hoes. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's y'all, bro.
He
Nah, that's
entitled
me.
to, you know?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Read this, bro.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
They declare their sin as Sodom.
Nasty.
Niggas rocking
Panty pearls, paddocks. They pushing P.
You gonna see niggas just going through it, in and out the Victoria's Secret store. They ain't shopping for they woman.
Get out.
They not shopping for they woman no more. They are the customer.
Just like the purses. You know, everybody wearing the purses now. All the rappers.
Facts.
All the
Yeah, got that merch.
He had a purse.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Damn.
The purse. 2
Damn.
chains.
Purses,
Gangsta-licious
panties,
man
pearls,
bag.
paddocks.
Shay. The hell is this?
Pushing P.
Purses, panties,
Sheesh.
pearls. They pushing P's.
Damn. Push a P inside out to get a damn C.
Damn.
Stop it.
So they pushing.
Hey, algebra, ain't it?
Move the D and push the P.
LGBT calculus class.
Man, they pushing
goddamn.
panties in. Got rid of the
That's
D.
real
and
class.
pushing
They're
P.
really making classes out of this stuff. in
Pushing
school.
panties and pushing purses.
Whoa.
Bruh,
Sick as hell.
read
Pearls,
the rest
purses.
of that scripture, man.
Yes, sir. And they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
So woe unto their soul. So they go with Romans 1, Leviticus 18. You indulge in that lifestyle, God says you will be destroyed. All right? You're going to pay for that. All right? So, hey, repent.
That's
repent
right.
Or die in your faggotry. All right? So, pull up the book, the last look about Easter, the book, The Two Babylons. We're going to close out. All right? Truth about Easter Sunday. Let's read that.
This is the two Babylons, or the papal worship, proved to be the worship of Nimrod and his wife by Alexander Hislop. Easter. Then look at Easter. What means the term Easter itself? It is not a Christian name. It bears its Chaldean origin on its very forehead. Easter is nothing else than Astarte, one of the titles of Beltis, the queen of heaven, whose name, as pronounced by the people of Nineveh, was evidently identical with that now in common use.
So it said Easter is nothing else than Astarte, one of the titles of Beltis, the queen of heaven. So from there, go to Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 16.
Y'all better take heed to that.
So what we dealing? We talking about Easter. Like our people don't understand. The Bible talks about the queen of heaven. And let's see what Jeremiah says about that, the queen of heaven. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 16. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry.
Jeremiah 44.
Yeah, Jeremiah 44:18. Get that first.
Yes, sir.
44:18. So it said Easter is nothing more than Astarte in the titles of Beltis, the queen of heaven. So let's see what the Bible said about that. Read what you got.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 18. But since we left off to burn incense to the queen of heaven.
It says they left off to do what?
Burn incense to the queen of heaven.
Read.
And to pour out drink offerings unto her. We have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword
and by the famine.
So this what happened in the time of Babylon. We was getting destroyed when we was worshiping the Queen of Heaven. We was following after that custom. So now in modern times, we doing the same thing. Read on.
Verse 19. And when we burned incense to the Queen of Heaven and poured out drink offerings unto her, did we make her cakes to worship her and pour out drink offerings unto her without our men?
So this is what the women were doing back in the time of ancient Babylon. You know, the same things they do today. Like I know a lot of our people don't. I mean, some of our people worship, like they do the hot cross buns and stuff like that. They still do those type of thing along with the Easter eggs. You know, those hot cross buns is those cakes that they was making back then. It's the same thing. Damn. The same custom that we was doing back then is the same custom they doing today. From there, go to let me see if it's more.
Feminism.
Yes, feminism. That's what it's pushing. It's pushing that we want to go against our men. We can be better than our men. In fact, read on.
Verse 20. Then Jeremiah said unto all the people, to the men and to the women, and to all the people which had given him that answer, saying, the incense that ye burned in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, ye and your fathers, your kings and your princes, and the people of the land, did not the Lord remember them, and came it not into his mind? So that the Lord could no longer bear, because of the evil of your doing.
It's let you know it was because of your evil of your doing, worshiping after this idol. Read on.
And because of the abominations which ye have committed.
Those sacrifices that you was doing for this idol. Read.
Therefore is your land a desolation, and an astonishment, and a curse, without an inhabitant, as at this day.
So the Most High punished us for that back then. And like, what makes our people think that he want to do the same thing today? We reading the history of Easter, the origin of Easter. It goes back to Ashtoreth or Ishtar or I'm gonna put another picture up there. I'm gonna send it to you, IT. But all this goes back to idolatry. Go back. In fact, give me that Jeremiah 7:16 as well. Let's just say more on that.
Bring it out.
To 18. Let me see this picture.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 7 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee.
The Most High said he was not hearing our people. Like when our people going to church right now, celebrate like, thank you, God. This is all about Christ. You know, he's his resurrection. This has nothing to do with Christ's resurrection. So read on.
Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
That's what they did. They said, you know what, we're going to still make our cakes to the Queen of Heaven. Read on.
And to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger.
So that's what they did. We provoke our Lord to anger. From there, go right back to the two Babylons.
The book. Put it back on the screen.
Yeah, put the book back on the screen.
Go ahead to the next page.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is, in fact, a part of the ancient worship of Baal. And the
Hold on, whoa. It's the part of who?
This is, in fact, a part of the ancient worship of Baal.
Now, a lot of our people understand that we are not supposed to be worshiped following after any customs of Baal. Read on.
And the person on whom the lot fell was previously burnt as a sacrifice. Now, the passing through the fire represents that, and the payment of the forfeit redeems the victim. If Baal was thus worshipped in Britain, it will not be difficult to believe that his consort Astarte was also adored by our ancestors, and that from Astarte, whose name in Nineveh was Ishtar, the religious solemnities of April, as now practiced, are called by the name of Easter.
So people fail to realize, remember, America derives from Great Britain. That same custom they was doing there, they brought it over here. And guess what? That modern custom that they was starting of worshiping Baal and Ashtoreth, guess what? They was worshiping in April, Ishtar. That was also was practiced and called by the name of Easter of today. So from there, go to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
This is the most I say about that, man. It's time for our people to wake up and come out there. If you know you've been celebrating Easter, been following after that custom, hey, guess what? You have been in idolatry of all your life.
That's right.
And I'm gonna give IT some pictures of it, of that idol. Read what you got.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So the Bible said we ain't supposed to have no other gods before him. What we reading about? We reading about Ishtar, Ashtoreth. Pull up that picture of IT that I just sent y'all.
I like that picture.
Let's show up, but let's see how, because we got the bunny, the eggs, and all that stuff. Let's get more of that. No, before you read on, let's see. Let's pull up the picture. The new pictures I just sent to you, IT. In fact, pull up the one displaying showing Ishtar, because they were just talking about, pull that on the screen. So look, this is Ishtar. You see, look at all them eggs, breasts.
Right.
All them, look at that. That's your Easter that you worship today. This is Ishtar, which is pronounced Easter in English. So that's who you worship. That's the idol that you follow after when you go into church and having your Easter egg. That's why they say, hey, you better find that gold egg. Oh, you're going to get $100 for that.
Churches are about getting that money.
They about that money. That's right. We just seen the pastor today with a big old egg, a gold egg. Following after Ishtar. Hey, put the next picture up. So read this.
Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar.
Like what we just read in this other book, the two Babylons, read.
The Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex.
What she is?
The Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex.
So you got your kids running after a dang on bunny. You worshiping the god of fertility and sex.
Right.
They follow, we got to think about it. A dang on bunny. Bunny they make babies quick and fast, and they always hunching.
Right.
That's what they do. That's why they use that egg to represent that fertility, that fertile. Mm-hmm. And then they got that bunny. Why? Because that bunny it's gonna make some babies. Huh? It's known for that sex drive, his fornication. Read on.
Her symbols, like the egg and the bunny, were and still are fertility and sex symbols. Or did you actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection?
Because they don't. Nowhere in the Bible you read about Christ talking about the eggs and the bunny. You don't read nothing about this. It has nothing. In fact, bunnies don't even lay eggs. It has nothing to do with it. Right. Read.
After Constantine decided to Christianize the empire, Easter was changed to represent Jesus.
Damn.
But at its roots is all about celebration, fertility, and sex.
So it's a pagan custom. It's a pagan origin. That's where it goes back to.
Yep. Hey, go to the page of the two Babylons, page 108.
Damn.
What the officer was just saying. Read that.
Chaldean writes just as they do now. Mm-hmm. The buns known to by that identical name were used in the worship of the Queen of Heaven.
So that's what the officer brought out in Jeremiah 44, Jeremiah 7, about how they bake cakes to the Queen of Heaven. That's talking about the buns. Go ahead.
The goddess of Easter. As early as the days of Cecrops, the founder of Athens, that is, 1,500 years before the Christian era.
That's why in Acts 12, what we read earlier, you had the Feast of Unleavened Bread and you had Easter. They were separate things because the heathens had been celebrating Easter for ages. That is their pagan holiday that has nothing to do with our God, the God of the Bible. No. Go down to the next highlighted part.
Yes, sir. The prophet Jeremiah takes notice of this kind of offering when he says, the children gather wood, the fathers kindle the fire.
Where is the one? Go to the next page after that, where it talk about the Good Friday.
Bring it out.
Is that it?
Let me see.
Yeah, the one before that. Yep. The hot cross buns. The last sentence.
Yes, sir. The hot cross buns of Good Friday and the dyed eggs of, what's that? Patch or Easter Sunday.
So, like, when you think about Good Friday, get that real quick in Matthew chapter 12. And what is it, verse 39? 3 days, 3 nights. So they try to make it seem like Good Friday was the day of Christ's resurrection, right? Mm-hmm. But in all actuality, Good Friday is the day involving the buns dealing with Ishtar.
We gonna keep teaching. That's it.
Pagan holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And we gonna do some math for y'all. All right, read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 39. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
So Friday, Good Friday, is commemorated for the day that Christ was crucified, correct?
Yes.
He said that he would be in the belly of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights, right? And Easter Sunday is the day that's commemorated, the day that he rose.
Mm-hmm.
So get that in Matthew 28 and verse 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 28 and verse 1. In the end of the Sabbath,
In the
end of the Sabbath.
In the end of the Sabbath. Because remember, Christ said he's the Lord of the Sabbath. Right. So at the end of the 3 days and 3 nights, that's when he would arise. It would be in the end of the Sabbath. You understand? If you do the math and you calculate, he couldn't have been crucified on a Friday, and neither could he have risen on a Sunday.
Right.
But read on.
As it began to dawn toward the first day of the week.
Toward what?
The first day of the week.
Which would be Sunday. So it began to dawn toward the first day of the week. Go ahead.
Came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre.
Read.
And behold, there was a great earthquake, for the angel of the Lord descended from heaven.
Right.
And
so long story short, on Sunday is when they went to see his dead body, and it was no longer there because he had risen in the end of the Sabbath. So Easter Sunday, if you want to say, okay, well, still, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. If you still want to say Easter Sunday, right, 3 days and 3 nights back is not no Good Friday.
I like that place.
The math ain't mathing.
Right.
You understand? So what also brought out with this book is telling you it is Babylonian, it is pagan, it is heathen, it has nothing to do with Christ. The hot buns is the cakes that they bake for the Queen of Heaven. Idolatry.
Right.
This is the truth about Easter, y'all.
Damn.
Wake the hell up.
A different name. I know, like, the thing about idolatry, idol worship, you know, they have different names. You see over like different countries, it'd be the same idol and different names. So just giving y'all some names. The Greek name of that idol is Aphrodite. The Roman name is Venus. The Canaanite name is Astarte or Anat. The Elamite name is Penkir. And the Hawaiian name is Saska. I can't say it. And it also got, you know, of course, it got, of course, also the Egyptians called it Isis and Osiris. So that's I'm telling you. And of course, the Queen of Heaven.
Like that,
Diana.
that history
Diana.
brought out is heavy because when you was reading that Jeremiah 7, that's how you know Easter is different from Passover because the Lord said, take leaven out. They need and dough.
Right.
That's the total opposite.
Damn. Sheesh.
So
sing.
We gonna keep teaching. That's it.
Hey.
The sound bite y'all should have played right there.
You should have pulled that scripture back.
But they all pray to
Passover
the
without no
Most High.
leaven.
Listen, y'all, we over our time. Y'all already know, man. Today, man, was a hell of a show. We started out dropping a hammer on Easter. Got on Amalek ass, you know what I'm saying? dealt with the sodomites, and then spent the being on Easter. Bro, we didn't shed a lot of spiritual blood today.
Right.
And he got real bloody mess swinging his sword called the Holy Bible.
Yes.
Right. That's why y'all need to like, y'all need to share, y'all need to subscribe, man. I'm telling you, this right here, this is what they're afraid of. This is what they fear. This is why they go on these platforms and slander us. We are bringing the truth is springing up out of the earth.
That's right.
Understand
That's
that,
right.
So listen, y'all. Hey, Lord's willing, we'll be back next week with more on
Let's Talk Truth.
At the end of the day, the child got something to say. We not the Vikings and we not the Lakers. We ain't finna play when we come to your town. Purple and gold, better act like you know. Make them get out the way when them colors around. Do not mistake us for bully omega. No haze and we straight. Keep your tongue in your mouth. Stand on what we saying. You ain't finna break us or intimidate us. We doubling down. I know you thought USA was a place here to stay, but hey, face it, it's crumbling down. Regenerated, the kingdom is ours for the taking. We hasten to come for the crown. Faith in Messiah, that's who we rely on. And patiently wait for the trumpet to sound. Who gon' restrain us? Just walk on the daily. Step up to the plate. It's enough to go round. Pull out the Bible, they holding retreat. Then for the scoffers who thought it was sweet. Come out the churches, you know you ain't learning. You sitting in the back and you falling asleep. Learn from Judah, I'm craving the eagle for dinner. I catch him, I claw in his beak. Think he a pivot, that's what he go in when the Lord come when he put that dog on a leash.
Favor a devil that beat a cologne. Chariot flip like I'm whipping a drone. We pull up marching and then get it on. If we talking bliss, then it ain't about zones. We bring the word to your block on delivery. Stones in the breastplate, the 12 be infinity. We bring the smoke from the top, it's a chimney. Streets got a virus and we got the remedy. Let's go to camp. If it get dark with a lamp, how's these Jews going ham? Am that I am. Sent us the water to damn. He be the goat and the lamb. I got some things on my chest that's offending me. They want the heathen, avengers, and enemy. I want the heathen to come and give in to me. Show me the judgment for taking identity. They tried to tarnish the name and we beat it. Log into YouTube, the Christ is deleted. They sent the agents to play and we beat it. What I'm trying to tell you, but we undefeated. They hate the noise and the soldiers and preachers. It's loud at the top when you under the bleachers. They hate the noise and the soldiers and preachers. And they want to fight, but they cannot reach us. Beat it, beat it, beat it. I can see the demons from a mile away, and I can see them scheming, fiending for a reason to put us on the lane. Things are getting heated. Pray that you can see it before it's too late. Time running out, the Messiah returning, put you in the line and then wait to be slain. Put it all on the line, yeah, I'm putting my chips on the troops. Know that you're angry, but what can you do? All that you owe is them fell in the suits. Look out the window, it's crackling boots. In the kingdom of heaven, I only pursue. Nations were made, so we put them to use. And when Christ is returning, we chunking the deuce. Ransom a heathen, stop praying for peace. Time of revenge on you filthiest greats. It's only right for the people that took us. We putting them chains on their hands and their feet. Can you imagine the mother of harlots is dying to gold in the city at seats? I'ma keep watching and praying I see. End of an era, the death of a beast.